G'day mate, how's life in the Ronaverse treating you? Hopefully all's good. So, you've started a new channel and you want some YouTube tips and tricks for beginners? Well, have you ever come to the right place? Seriously, these are some good stuff that I've got going here. So, open up Word and get ready to keep notes. Does anybody else do that, or is that just me? Let me know in the notes below if you do. Okay, let's get into it. Hey, I'm Sean, Aussies24, where I stream on Twitch every Sunday, Monday and Tuesday night from 6:30 PM Australian Eastern Time. Drop by for a chat sometime. Alright, let's just dive straight in. The first tip is to have continuous improvement. What this means for most of us is that when we start content creating, we're not very good in front of the camera, at editing, at script writing, at researching, at SEO, at marketing, filming, lighting, sound engineering, or even taking criticism really. Go look at every big YouTuber out there. Go on the channel and watch their latest video. Then filter by oldest first and watch their first few videos that they ever created. Really, look at all the things I just mentioned and you'll see that they were horrible. Like, at first their videos were terrible compared to the current ones. Hell, do the same with me. Even in the short time that I've been making content on YouTube, you'll see a big difference between my first video a couple of months ago and my current videos now. So, every video you do should have at least one, if not more things that you want to improve on for your next video. In the time between videos, you should research and learn and figure out how to improve those things and then make sure that they're better in your next video. Consistency is key to all growth. If you're watching this video, I'm sure you've watched other similar videos and they'll all say the same thing, that be consistent with your release schedule. This means the same time and day for each video, once you've figured out the best time for your viewers. Whether this is once a month, once a day, once a week, far out. I've seen some people doing 2 a day recently. I don't know how, that's crazy. But whatever it is, stick to the time frame that you've said that you're going to be releasing at. Generally. Not always, but generally, the more often you can put out videos, the faster your growth will be. This is partly because you'll have more content for people to find, and also because YouTube tends to favor people that put out more content consistently. It's also partly because the more videos you put out, the better you'll become at making them, and at making good content. That's what people really want to see. If it's going to take you, say, 200 videos to get to a level of filmmaking that gets you 1,000 subs, that might take you 2/3 of a year at 1 per day. Or it might take you 4 years at 1 per week. You need to decide which one works for you. The third tip is to squash the like, subscribe and bell buttons and leave a comment below on what you found most helpful in the video. As I'll explain later, these things all help with the YouTube algorithm, and while they cost you nothing, they help the creator to grow. So let's all start liking and commenting on videos that gave us some value. Thanks. Weird rant over, but seriously, do it. Have patience. YouTube growth is not fast for most people. I've spent the last year or so in a heap of YouTube and other content creator Facebooks and Reddit groups, and one thing I've seen more than anything else is people complaining about how slow their growth is. Most of them have been going at it for 1 to 5 years and have yet to reach 1,000 followers. Now truthfully, part of this will be because they haven't bothered to spend the time to improve their videos, as I talked about before. But it's also because unless you're very lucky or exceptionally talented, and probably not even then, it takes time for people to find you and YouTube to start pushing your content out in front of the masses. Could you imagine watching me if my video started with some TikToks followed by the best PUBG kills while I'm talking over the top about how best to manscape your beard, explaining my lighting setup and beginner content creator stuff whilst also talking or showing you the ASX stock 50 charts? It'd be horrible, really, for everyone involved. With that said and done, don't feel locked in either. If you've been trying something for a few months and it's going nowhere and you have something else in mind, pivot and give it a try for a few months. Make content about a subject that you love. As I mentioned earlier, you should niche down to a somewhat tight subject for your channel. If you don't love it, you're soon going to get bored with it and you won't want to make videos about it. And you definitely won't have the patience that we talked about before to spend the time researching and learning what you need for your next video. Make content that gives the viewer something. Be clear about what it is they're going to gain by watching your channel and video. Just remember, you're probably making videos on YouTube for your own reasons. That's fine. But the people that are coming to watch you are watching to get something for themselves. And it's going to be one of two main reasons. They're coming to learn something, or they're coming to be entertained. You need to be sure of what you're providing. Content-wise is either entertaining, or it will teach the viewer something, or even better, it's going to be both of those combined. Following on from this is to be yourself, or a more enthusiastic version of yourself, or at least be a character you're comfortable continuing long term. It'll be much easier on you to create content long term if you're just being yourself, as people will come to know you and follow you for who you are. So if you're being someone very different to who you really are, it'll show to the viewers, and if you don't keep it up forever, that may cause issues with subs and viewers going, why is this person changing so much? These people subbed to you because they liked you as they first saw you. So if you suddenly start changing into something else, they might stop watching you. Decide why you're doing YouTube. Be honest. Do you want to make money? Do you want to be internet famous? Or just have some place to store video memories like a visual diary? I'm going to assume if you're looking at videos about how to grow and tips and tricks for beginners, it's either fame or money that you're looking for, or a combination of both. And that's okay. I started YouTube as a way to possibly make some extra money eventually. I knew that's probably unlikely unless it's in the very long term, but mostly I started it to funnel people towards my Twitch channel, which you can see me on Sunday through Tuesdays from 6:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Time. But if it's fame or money that you're wanting to do this for, you need to treat this like a job, or at the very least as a business, and commit to it whilst it builds and grows. Just remember, YouTube is a company that's here to make a profit for themselves. They do that by getting people to watch videos with ads. So, the videos that people stay and watch for the longest are the ones that they have the most ads on, and therefore the ones they make the most money on. And the ones that can do that consistently each upload are the creators YouTube push forwards for everyone to see, and that's how they make their money. Now, as I mentioned before, part of that growth is YouTube pushing your content out in front of the masses. This starts when you have met YouTube key metrics. Now, no one knows 100% for sure what metrics the algorithm uses to promote videos, but there's a few you can be pretty sure will help you out. Obviously, views and likes and comments and subscribers help. That's why everyone always asks you to like and subscribe. Don't forget to do it. But more importantly, to get those, you need consistency of uploading and engagement, being when people see your thumbnail, how many of these people click on it, and how long are they going to watch your video for after clicking on it. If you can get your engagement right and be consistent with your uploading times and days, you'll get views, likes, comments, subs. And once all that starts to happen, YouTube will start to push your content forwards. I've mentioned this in passing already, but you'll need to understand YouTube's SEO for when you're putting your title, your keywords, your description together for each video. This really does need a video all to itself, and I'll likely make one for this soon. But just understand, when people search for something in YouTube, it's this SEO or keywords, etc., that you have in your video that lets YouTube know if it should show your video to the person searching for it. So without it, people are not going to find your videos. Well, there is a lot of other things I can give tips on for YouTube, like recording techniques and editing and B-roll and the best cameras or lights or microphones or YouTube. I'm running out of time on this video. Fortunately, I have videos on many of these subjects already, and you can jump over and watch them after this video. I'll give one last tip though, for a pretty big thing that will help with your growth. Your thumbnail needs to be good. Now by good, I mean it needs to make people want to click it. And they need to want to click it over all the other videos that come up when they search for whatever they're searching for. So your thumbnail is literally the deciding factor between someone watching your video or another person's video. So if your thumbnail's not great, it won't even matter if you've got the most amazing video ever. It really won't, because no one's going to click on it if they see that your thumbnail there as just this plain, boring thumbnail, and they've got this awesome thumbnail saying similar title right above you. Why would they click yours? So to make good thumbnails, it's not that hard. I've got a video on how to make YouTube custom thumbnails, and it shows you how to make them quickly and easily for free. All the software is free, it's very simple. So jump into that video if you need to get started on it, and that'll help you start getting more people into your videos. Okay man, that's it. Focus on these things and you'll start to improve. If you do all of the above, it's literally impossible to not become a better YouTuber. If you have any questions, comment them below and I'll try to answer them as fast as possible. Or even better, jump into the stream, have a chat with me. We can talk about it live or about whatever else you want to. Also, if you've watched all the way through to here, thank you, you're awesome. Thank you very much for that. That does actually help a lot, having extra watch time with the YouTube algorithm as well. If you could take the extra step now and like, subscribe, and press that bell button, that would be even better. But thanks again. This video's shout out goes to Tom Poll. Thanks for taking the time to support me, and it's people like you that really keep me going on this. One last thing before I sign off. Whatever the reason is for starting a YouTube channel, just be sure you're enjoying yourself. I know people say that and it gets stressful and all that, but really, you're not going to make a lot of money out of this right away unless you're very lucky. So the amount of time and work that you put into it, building your channel, it's too much to do if you're not enjoying it. It's better to take a break if you're not enjoying it, or change your channel's focus to something else if you're not enjoying it, and find something that you do enjoy, than to push forwards hating what you're doing and getting depressed and upset with it all. Okay? Cool. Stay safe out there, guys. Thank you for watching, and remember, you're awesome, mate.